Lindsey. They say true love is your soul's recognition of its counterpart in another. That counterpart is someone who gives you the chance to be exactly who you're supposed to be without any judgment. Someone who can laugh through the good, the bad, and sometimes the weird. And someone who you want to share every moment with, whether that be exploring a new city or the couch while watching reruns of The Office. I am thankful to be able to stand here today and say that I have found that in you, Lindsey. You are my best friend and soulmate.
Home is not where you are from, it is where you belong. Some of us travel the whole world to find it. Others find it in a person. Matt, no matter where life takes us, there's nothing that feels more like being home than being with you.
Yesterday, Lindsey gave us all a little gift. And it says, "Dad, thank you for walking beside me today and always." I don't think I've ever read anything that made me more emotional and more happy in my entire life. Lindsey, I will walk beside you forever and under any circumstances. I love you, dear. I have a couple of other comments I need to make about Matthew. Known Matt for a long time. He's had 11 years to sort of fail in my eyes, if you want to think of it that way, right? Never once did he fail in my eyes. He's just a super special gentleman. Certainly somebody I'm extremely privileged and proud to call a son-in-law now.
Everyone in this room has witnessed some portion of the last 11 years of dating becoming a part of the love story that is Lindsey and Matthew.
Is that the name?
However, I'd like to take it back even a little further to the very beginning. Lindsey and I have been friends since the 8th grade, and during freshman year, we had English class together. We may have been a little disruptive, so our teacher handed down the worst punishment. He moved my best friend to the very opposite corner of the classroom. Lindsey sat sulking with her hood up and her arms crossed behind a scrawny freshman boy named Matthew. A few weeks later, she would admit, he's kind of cute. And sitting on that side of the room wasn't so terrible after all.
15 years ago, I was just a girl with a crush on a cute, shy athlete in her freshman year English class. I feel so lucky to be standing here all these years later, taking the next step toward forever with you. There were so many things I didn't know about life back then, and even today, I still don't have all the answers. The one thing I do know, and I have always known, is that I want you next to me on this journey through life as we figure it out together.
Although our journey hasn't been without its challenges, no matter the twists and turns, your trust, commitment, and undying support never wavered. And for that, I am forever grateful.
Lindsey and Matthew have asked all of you here today because each of you has given something of yourself into their lives. Matthew and Lindsey, what you promised today must be renewed and redecided tomorrow.
Today, in front of our friends and family, I want you to know I've never doubted for a second that you are the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. I vow to fiercely love you in all your forms, to always stay true to you, and to never forget that this is a once-in-a-lifetime love. One that I know in the deepest part of my soul, no matter what challenges might present themselves, we will always find a way through it together. I loved you yesterday, I love you still. I always have, and I always will. Forever and ever.
Okay. I've learned so much in our 11 years together, but I promise to try to learn something new every day to make our relationship even stronger. I promise to do everything I can to keep the magic of that first summer together alive. I know I can be pretty much the world's most indecisive person, but the one thing I've never hesitated to choose is you. And that's my biggest promise of all, to continue to choose you each and every day. I love you forever and ever.
By the power vested in me by the state of Ohio, I now joyfully pronounce you husband and wife. You may now kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew and Lindsey Matt.
I've known Matt for quite a while. You might not be able to tell. I am missing the slick back hair, so I'm not a current soccer player with Matt. But it began probably 20 years ago when we were about 8 years old. We were, in fact, soccer players. But it's an honor to have been part of kind of your guys' journey over the past 20 years. I know Matt's going to be a fantastic husband. Through all of the moves to follow kind of Lindsey's job to Harrisburg and Jacksonville and Cincinnati, now St. Louis, it's been fantastic, and Matt's always found a job on the local soccer team just to help with kind of the relationship and support Lindsey throughout her career. So he will always be there for Lindsey, and I know Lindsey likewise will always be there for Matt. Lastly, a little bit more sincerely, Matt's probably one of the most welcoming, kind of engaging, fun to be around person that I've ever met. Been fantastic to be one of your best friends over the past 20 years. So with that, I ask everybody to raise a glass. I might be the last toast, so you can finish it on this one. It's been a pleasure knowing both of you. It's even been a better pleasure over the past 10 to 15 years to see your guys' relationship grow. Cheers to the bride and groom.
To Matt and Lindsey, may they have many years in a home filled with happiness, with humor, with health, and what was the other one? Love, of course. All right? Hear, hear to Lindsey and Matt.